All right, we are live.
Nice.
Hello. Thank you for joining me again.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give YouTube the delay so I can mute the volume on it. And as much as I love my little sloth figure holding the He-Man sword. Oh, good. It's already muted. So yeah, you guys want to start with?
All kinds of exciting stuff in the community posts this week.
Been a good week this week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So let's see if I can. No, it's doing the thing where it won't let me share again.
Does that mean that we can't, or is that might it be different for Rob?
You can't share something on your screen?
Yeah, hold on. It's giving me a runaround. There we go. This is what I wanted to share. I found this. Okay, does that completely just cover all of us? Nope, there it is. Okay. So this is the best picture I could find of the advent calendars. So yeah, I mean this looks like it's going to happen. What do you guys think about that?
That looks great to me. Yeah.
I've never had a Mega Construx advent calendar set before. Have you guys ever picked up one?
I did. I got the Ninja Turtles one
a
few years ago. I really like that. That's actually what started me collecting a lot of the Mega Ninja Turtle sets.
Really? Just the advent calendar?
Yeah, just because I liked the way the figures were, and then I started finding more of the figures, and then the classics sets came out. So
yeah, I had that one. I bought it. I probably bought it in June or something, just because it was cheap on Amazon afterwards.
Right.
But it looks like how much? Do you remember how much you paid for the Turtles calendar?
Oh, I grabbed clearance at Target.
Oh, okay.
So I promise you I didn't pay $10 for it, 15 maybe.
Right. Yeah, I think mine was 18 on Amazon, but they seem to be 25 to 35. Like, I think the Minions was 25, but I looked and that was maybe 300 pieces or less.
Yeah, that Pokemon that came out last year that was $35 or $40.
Yep. Yeah, and this thing isn't it 400 plus pieces, I think? And that's
one here.
And Nate probably knows better than me, but I'm learning from like the Lego people that Lego pricing is always, don't you basically move a decimal place?
Yeah, they've got, I mean, there's a tier.
On the pieces.
You got to figure, yeah, they figure there's the average cost per piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if this is a 400 piece set, I guarantee it's going to be a $40 retail.
Yeah, it's in that range.
Yeah,
I hope it's like 35.
That's about what the average advent calendar is,
Yeah.
So, question is, how much will they distribute them? How many will you be able to pick up on clearance after Christmas?
Oh no, it's gonna sell well. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, I bought that Turtles calendar because it had some cool things in it, and I was pretty much, if it was a deal and it had a few cool things, I was just buying pretty much everything. But this has like almost everything is cool in this.
Right.
Like that one, the Turtles calendar had like a weight set, and this one has presents too. They always have a few presents that you can build and a tree and a teddy. I think this is a teddy bear as well. I mean, they do that, but still, most of this is really great stuff that I'd love to have.
What I'm taking from this, looking at it, is if you look at the miniatures, you see a few of the sets that have already been released. You see all the other miniatures in there, and I'm hoping that's kind of like a tease of what's to come. I mean, are we going to see a Snake Mountain? Are we going to see, this, Orko figure for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact name. What's this walking track thing here?
Yeah.
But you know, that dragon foot thing.
Attack Track, Dragon
Track.
Walker.
Dragon Walker. See, I got half the name.
Yeah.
So
Kinda
Orko has a Christmas wreath on his chest, right?
Yeah.
In this set, it's not just a standard O.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, then
Awesome.
we're also getting new figures. So
Well, the strange part is it looks like Manny Faces is totally normal. I can't see anything on him that's, you know, green and red or whatever.
no, so I mean, do you think this will be the set that we catch that figure, or is he scheduled to be in one of the single releases?
I don't know, maybe. But I mean, maybe that's a good reason, frankly, to sell the set or to buy the set is you get your straight up Manny Faces and a whole bunch of other cool stuff in it.
Well, and also, I mean, these smaller bricks for the middle miniature gray skull there.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if those will be the same shade as the gray skull we've got. Looks like they're greener.
Well, the other shot, it looked like they were the same color.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking the box shot is just, you know, whatever marketing does with that. I don't know.
Is there two birds in this set? It's not just
yeah, there's Screech. Yep.
Screech.
Screech is.
So this is our first Screech.
Yep. That's kind of too bad they don't also do a wings out version of both. That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Maybe that's still coming.
I keep thinking about the somewhere there's like a reading story or something that has Skeletor, and he has like a play size version of Castle Grayskull on his table.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Have you guys ever seen that?
actually, there's a cartoon episode.
Is there a cartoon episode?
Yeah, it's awesome. I was thinking about sharing that. Let me find it here because
it's in my brain. I just can't remember where it's from. And
yeah,
you could totally recreate something like that with this, with the little figures and.
Yeah, and speaking of the little figures, I mean, these miniatures, how do you think they'll look like this?
I mean, Skeletor doesn't even look like that when you get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably won't look that good. Plus, they're really small. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you think these guys aren't, 3 inches tall? 2.5?
Yeah, the circumference. So take a weapon. They have to be the circumference of a weapon.
Right.
All right. So I found the picture. So my share. So there's a character named Celise who I think she was a witch, and I'm pretty sure Skeletor talked her into like, hey, we gotta go take over Snake Mountain. It's the right thing to do. So there it is.
Oh, yep. There you go.
So I don't know. I can't remember how he made that, but he basically has the coolest Snake Mountain diorama ever right there.
Or Castle Grayskull.
Or yeah, he's in Snake Mountain, but yeah,
look,
that's pretty.
And
cool.
It has the spikes.
I know, spikes, huge spikes. Yeah, I wish. God, that'd be fantastic. But anyway, where are we? Cool.
Makes you think Skeletor's just hanging out all day, playing with this Castle Grayskull, making plans to attack.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised how great that advent calendar set looks, because I posted it on a general Masters Facebook page, and everybody over there was like, holy cow. And some of those people don't necessarily buy the Mega stuff, But and also too, there's am I getting ahead of myself to talk about the roast google? But
Yeah, talk about it.
there's a podcast called that. I think it's He-Man.org's podcast. It's literally called the Roast Google Podcast. So somebody took
What
that
is
idea.
a roast Google? Where does this reference come from?
Some kind of bird. I looked it up. For some reason, if you Google it, it's not as you just get the podcast mainly. It's not. There isn't like I didn't find a Grayskull wiki that said, "Oh, it's." Yeah, I think it's from the holiday special, and I think Orko especially likes it. So, or it might even be a specialty because his homeworld is Tralla, and it might be from there. I might be mixing up the storylines, but either way, it's a special meal.
If there's anybody watching that's an expert on roasted Google, we need some information here.
Yeah,
Right.
we gotta call the other podcast.
Yeah, I looked around too. I cannot find where that reference comes from.
Well, that's tough when there's another big thing on the internet leading you away from the what you want. It's hard to counter that. But I'm almost positive that's what it is. Like, I don't think it's just a turkey in the background there. I mean, it basically is a turkey, but and it was one of those things where I think they talked about it for 3 seconds, and then that was it. But it was enough to make somebody name a podcast after it. So you're still working on your Wind Raider, Nate?
Yeah, I put it to the side after last time we talked. I was like, okay.
It's cool that you can make those wings a little longer. You can add I think you've got it there. You can add the tail fin to the wing, and
Oh yeah.
it's pretty nice that they made that in a way that's that.
We
flexible.
got a comment in the chat.
Yeah, they've got it grooved there.
What are they saying?
On the net. Says, hey guys,
Hi guys, I'm stoked to get a MotU Advent calendar, but I'd prefer a premium version, same size stuff as the regular collection.
That'd be cool. Well, how about this? Would you guys? I personally would rather have the Filmation attack track, and that one has the red Mattel style attack track. Yeah, it really is. It sounds kind of flamboyant. It's sort of like a sassy gay attack track. If you listen to him, he's got a lot of attitude. He's entertaining though. So anyway, I'll buy whatever attack track they make, but I still wish they'd make a blue one.
Yeah, if they, like I said, if that's a preview of what sets we can expect to come, there's gonna be a lot of awesome sets coming out.
Yeah, I bet. Actually, I'm shocked. So one thing to note is that February 25th is roughly the anniversary each year of the New York Toy Fair. And so this past week was that anniversary when most big toy news comes out for the year. So
Okay.
just like last year, all the toy companies are kind of trying to figure out how they want to put out their details. And Hasbro's been doing a lot of videos through their site, and they even had like their own convention sort of online. But so Mattel's, they must be sitting on more details because we haven't even seen an official announcement of that 5-figure set with the new Scareglow and Manny Faces and Roboto. That's still like leaked pictures. Like, I don't think we have any official postings anywhere for that, and we haven't seen a new vehicle.
No, the Scuba Skeletor seems more official than that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and funny that there's not more. I looked, so I posted that link in our notes, that Canadian site, but when you search that site, you don't see like 2 other new skull heads. So
I'll drop that link in the chat.
Yeah, that's MF Toys. I don't know what the MF stands for. But
Well, we're keeping
Yeah,
this kid friendly, right?
yeah, are we?
Yeah, well, so
I'm
I was
guessing I'm guessing we're all pretty old, but yeah, we should. I don't know, are there YouTube rules about that kind of thing?
Oh, I don't know. I was just being funny.
That makes me wonder.
Here, I brought that MF Toys site up if you guys want to switch it up.
Yeah, what we got?
$13.99 Canadian dollars.
You know, I didn't bother to search is when this kind of thing happens, then I tend to go to that site and just put in Mega Construx Masters and see what else they might
Oh, here?
have. Yeah. I do know. So that's one trick. The other trick is on BrickSeek for searching inventory. You can search through their SKUs, and I searched Mega Construx Advent Calendar, and there wasn't any Masters yet. But it's also early.
Scuba looks like the only thing that.
I mean, the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny that just one. I'm sure there'll be more, but again, they have June listed there, but June should probably be taken as June to August because everything new shows up by August. Sometimes internet stuff drops maybe in June. In fact, Castle Grayskull was it actually went on forever. Nate probably remembers that. It was like I think it's supposed to be out in January of I don't know if it was 2018 or 19, but it went from January to February. It was month to month to month, and it finally was pretty common in either May or June, I think.
Right.
I wanted to mention something on these helmets, on these skulls.
Yeah.
So, last week I got my case, or the last time as we talked, and so I got a chance to start building them, and I was kind of surprised. Like the quality of my figures seemed to have gotten better than figures in previous sets.
Yeah.
Like the plastic quality, the tolerances of how they snap together, and the pegs. I don't know if this is just a sign of Mattel's influence on the line now, but I felt even the tolerances on the vehicles that I was building were a little bit better than some of the things I've built in this line before.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Mega's kind of still growing and learning in a lot of ways, so they're probably getting better all the time.
Well, yeah, probably better quality plastic. You machine.
Wow. I hope.
Who knows?
What was the thing?
Yeah, well, I mean,
no. I was sad about Trapjaw's rubber belt, though.
Okay, that was a little goofy.
Like, oh no, it might break eventually, so we'll see.
Well, and on my Trapjaw, there's kind of like a gap between his abdomen and his.
Yeah, they didn't include that kind of round piece that usually goes in there.
Right.
So that I think, which is strange. I think they do those with either a very small nub that doesn't really protrude, and you can put the big. I mean, it's almost like he's got like a wrestling belt, isn't it? This great big belt with a skull. I mean, it covers everything up. So, yeah.
I got 2 rubber belts in my first one I opened.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. So if somebody out there didn't get the rubber belt, hit me up.
When the first one breaks, you got the backup already.
Yeah, I usually do pretty well. I rarely am missing stuff. I almost always have more pieces than missing pieces.
I've never been missing a piece.
Yeah?
I've thought I was missing a piece, and then when I went through everything I had, I found it.
Yeah, great.
People post they're missing. I always have extra.
Yeah. Yeah, that blows some people's minds. I think especially with Grayskull. I think they get to the end and they're like, oh my god, too many pieces.
Well, I mean, you go through a bag and you're just, how many pieces am I missing out of this bag? So, okay, I'll go on to the next one. But you know, I'm from the era where when I was a kid, they didn't label any of the bags. You just dumped it all out on the floor.
Yeah.
Hunted for every piece you needed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Some people are, it's hard for them, but I've gotten used to it with Mega, and plus I just like using sorting trays and all that anyway.
Right.
Especially if it's a bigger set, it's a lot to go through to just be fishing through something without it organizing it. So
one of the things that I put in our notes that I was kind of curious about was Easter eggs in this line, like the roasted goobel that you picked up on, Brian, in the Advent set. And I know that my Point Dread, it came with that little record.
Yeah.
Because the original Point Dread came with a record that you listened to. And so, I don't know, I'm just kind of curious if anybody's picked up on any other Easter eggs in the series.
No, I did notice one. It's not an Easter egg to Masters, but Grayskull comes with one skull that's a little off, and that's a Monster High skull. But that's not exactly an Easter egg for us. But
you're talking about the skulls that are on top of the elevator?
Yeah, those are normal Mega skulls. I think the one that's above the prison gate, that one's kind of a little more cartoonish, and that's like the Monster High skull.
Huh.
So, although it doesn't have, because the Monster High skull also has a bow, and like a girl's Hello Kitty bow. But there's a lot of kind of standard cartoon skulls in those sets. So, were you gonna play the record too, Rob, or?
I can bring that up. That there's that link. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I could hear a little of that, or I guess we can see it too, right?
Yeah, let me pull it up. So yeah, there's the original record is posted on YouTube.
Yeah, I never had that, so I don't. I've heard podcasts talk about it.
I don't now. If I share my screen, does audio come through?
It will if you have it turned on.
Okay. So let me go ahead and. I think I'm gonna have to drag it to a different screen to make it work. Hold on just a moment.
I don't look at the chat. Are you guys keeping an eye on the chat?
Yeah, actually, Run the Net just said, "Oh, I just built Point Dread and thought that piece was weird. Thanks for the explanation. I didn't have it as a kid."
Yeah, me neither. It's cool though.
All right, let's see.
Hello, friends. I am He-Man, and I want you to read along as we listen to the adventures of the Masters of the Universe. Get ready for a lot of fun and excitement. Now, let's start.
Hidden deep within his mountain lair, Skeletor grins his deadly grin. His newest plot cannot fail. He has planned for everything. Everything, that is, except the power of Point Dread.
Behold, Beastman. Soon I will be able to enter Castle Grace.
Commander.
What did he say, Commander?
Cobra Commander.
Oh, yeah, it does sound like him.
Freely and learn its many secrets.
But, Master, what about He-Man? He is always there to guard the castle.
That's the same guy, same voice actor?
Probably. They just bounce from one cartoon to the next.
Well, I mean, if it might be the same guy doing both voices.
Feelings are stronger than steel, like feelings of duty. Cease your brainless snorting and observe. Here lies Castle Greystone, and over there is the
This is
kingdom.
the little figures in this. I didn't realize that it came from this as well.
They are hours apart.
Which ones?
Skeletor, if you look at the images, has micro-sized versions of He-Man and other masters.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
He has an entire table full of Eternia.
Oh,
Ruler of all eternity.
okay. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. Yeah, I think that's
With
pretty
the
cool.
original Mega Construx Master there.
That's the tiny. What are they calling them in the Advent calendar? Is that micro? Because micro action figures is the name of the line itself. Is it mini micro or extra micro?
Mega Micro.
Mega
Maybe. This time we're serious.
Yeah, I'll drop a link to that in the chat as well for anybody who wants to check it out. That's good stuff.
It is. It's funny.
I don't think Point Dread ever, like, just the little castle part. I don't think that was ever on the cartoon. I think that's a sole Mattel thing.
Wait, say that
Right.
again?
I'm saying that I don't think Point Dread occurred in the cartoon at all. That was just
I don't
something
think-
Mattel.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think-
The Talon Fighter is in the show, but
But
Not
not
the,
Point Dread.
yeah. But the crazy thing, the comic, which it might be in there. Have you watched the whole thing yet?
No.
Okay. So I don't remember if it's that book, because again, I didn't have it. But there's a mini comic that has Point Dread and the Talon Fighter, and Skeletor can fly down and pick up the whole little Point Dread mini fortress with the Talon Fighter and fly around with it, which is crazy. So, but
Yeah,
fun.
supposedly when they're connected, they're one unit, and it can relocate to different places.
yeah, it's like a giant power loader that it can carry that little stone structure around.
I guess that's why there's technology inside the structure.
It's got a magic record inside of it that helps out somehow.
You just have to play it backwards.
You can hear Skeletor attack if you play it backwards.
There you go, Brian. I found another piece for you to hunt.
Yeah, what's that from?
This is from Lego.
I know it without the graphics on it.
That's just a sticker, but yeah, it's a DC Universe Aquaman
Oh, I think I got that.
from the what's it
Justice
called, the
League?
movie.
Yeah.
The
Although,
Justice League movie.
okay.
So before they released Grayskull, I was trying to buy up a bunch of these for these color pieces so I could build
Yeah.
my own.
Rather than Brickseek, I think it's expensive.
Well, no, I was finding those sets at a decent price, and the figures were almost paying me back for it. So I was getting to,
Oh yeah.
set
Yeah.
off the minifigures for $8 and buy the set for 10, sell the figures off for like $8, and then,
Yeah.
you're paying $2 for a handful of parts. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's a strategy. I was doing that with the Turtles, Bebop, and Rocksteady sets that you could sell that pair off and keep all the foot soldiers, and
Yeah, exactly.
pretty much a wash when they were super cheap.
Yeah, when they were overflowing at Ross.
I wish they'd make something that has this guy in it like that.
What's that guy?
Oh, it's the
Man at Arms?
Man at Arms that comes with Castle Grayskull, I think.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
he's on the green screen. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this is see through him. It's a new character.
Yeah, you see through.
They need to come up with some more packs for army building. I know, I say it all the time.
I'm sure they'll do it.
Well, I wonder with the new vehicle. Okay, so if we follow Nate's theory that the vehicles that are shown in the Advent will be the future vehicles they release, what characters do you think will come with each vehicle? Are we just going to get more He-Man?
Uh-huh. There he is. I knew I had this guy loose somewhere.
Oh.
Nice.
So I've been picking up these Warcraft figures for my guards.
Yeah.
That would work.
I've got
For
about
which,
10 of them now.
Are you using them for good guys or bad guys?
I don't know. They kind of got a bad guy color to them.
Yeah, they do. Actually, didn't somebody make a faceless one out of those guys?
May have.
Ooh, can you hold one up again?
It's a custom-
No, the ones the guards from Warcraft.
Oh, the guards, yeah. It's,
That
I
would
think,
work for a faceless one.
Yeah, I think somebody did. It's been a while, though. That's the tricky thing about Facebook is stuff kind of gets kind of lost. You can search it, but it all just gets kind of buried in there somewhere.
Especially if there's no text that's attached to the photo.
Right. Yeah, that's a key thing for everyone to remember is if you post something, put some text on it too.
oh, that way it's searchable easier.
Yeah. And then I would guess too that sorry, but I was just gonna say Facebook has their algorithms too, that it probably shows you things that it thinks you like as well, and it helps it if it has face or text in there too.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
That box you just had, it reminded me of something that I wanted to ask you guys about. So I have like, I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 of those plates left from Dragons.
Right.
You have in the bottom of that box. Do any of you guys have a good layout for those plates if you wanted to use them with your Castle Grayskull?
I know people have done it. You're talking about like an actual
You do
design
like a
to
base
make it
for
work?
your Castle Grayskull and to build it out a little bit around it and behind
Yeah,
it.
that's what I plan on doing with mine, but I've literally got 50 of those plates sitting in here. So
Because I'm starting to try to figure out how I'm going to finalize my Grayskull. And I'm thinking of incorporating some of those plates. And I just saw some of those plates come available locally on Facebook Marketplace for a really good deal.
Yeah, always be buying. There's also a Halo. What are they called? Are they Battlescapes? I think Nate probably knows.
what's that? Battlescapes? Yeah, those 3D ones, big ones.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, they're really big. Like, way bigger. Like, putting all those together, you could put a Grayskull on top of a Halo Battlescape. And I can't remember if that's the right word or not, but they're really huge. They're probably close to 32 studs wide and then maybe 64 long.
Yeah, they are. They're like the size. No, they're probably bigger than that. I thought they were the size of like. I mean, they're. I think they're
Maybe
64 by 96. I think they're pretty big.
Could be, yeah. Either way, they're big.
Yeah, I've never come across one personally.
Yeah, I've got one downstairs. I should see what I can put on there.
Which color do you have?
Sure.
There's four different.
I got the
landscapes.
dark green one.
Okay, good.
That might work.
Yeah, there's an Arctic one. There's a sand one.
Snow.
You got the dark green, and there's another one that's mostly like gray, mostly stones.
Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty cool and desirable. And also, Rob, if you ever find one, it's really nice to find it local because they're so big that the shipping's rather expensive.
Yeah.
I'll
So
start
even searching like literally Halo lot or anything Halo, maybe you'll find one in there.
You know what's strange is I dropped multiple things into our chat today, and I'm not seeing any record of it.
What's that?
On the
Into
live
what
chat on YouTube?
Yeah.
Are you dropping it in the
Okay.
chat, or are you dropping it in our private? There's a private chat on StreamYard.
No, I was dropping into live chat, and I don't see any. All I see is Run the Nets comments on live chat right now.
Oh, I don't know if you can drop links into that chat.
I think you can. I did once. I mean, it's just text, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And I thought it had shown up, but I'll have to keep track.
If it doesn't show up in chat, try to write it as a comment.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what I
was
meant to
doing.
say. I think that's what worked for me.
Well, that one just posted. Maybe it's because it's links.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
won't get you can't comment while we're live, but after I finish the live stream, you can drop
some
comments.
Okay,
Yeah, in the comments.
that's fine.
And then, so yeah, we also have a private chat here on StreamYard that only the three of us can see.
It's
Unless you
really
want to pay
special.
$19.99, then you can see it. Too. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
We're not
Not
making
worth
any
it.
royalties yet. It's going to be a while.
Yeah. So I saw. We talked a little bit about the scuba skeletor, but I noted. Boy, I'll have to put this in the chat. So people are finding the skulls at Target now.
And Chrome.
Yeah. That's good. I really wanted Target to come on board. I'm super happy about that. Hopefully they start carrying more stuff as well.
Do you think Walmart just opted not to keep an exclusive on it, or?
I don't know. Somebody mentioned that, and I don't know what that guy's talking about. I don't know if he got back to me, because I said, tell me more about that, because various, I'm pretty sure Masters has been at other chains around the country. Like, I think Fred
really,
Meyer has it.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's about Mattel just wanting to buy the shelf space for the next line.
Right.
I mean, you think about all the toys they've already got in places like Target, then they're finally like, okay, this is selling well enough. We could probably put it out there to other stores.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more it. I tend to nerd out on the details, and I don't think it was ever an actual exclusive to Walmart.
And maybe they're monitoring the frustration with collectors too, that you can't find some of this stuff.
Maybe.
They're like, why are we?
Plus, any store, Target or Walmart, is quick to slap a sticker on something, usually when it's an exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
They tend to do that. But yeah, I gotta find. Hey, where do I find? Sometimes I get lost. We three guys have our stuff we send to each other to get going on the chat, but like finding the YouTube link. Can you put the YouTube link in our Facebook messaging? Because I gotta.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
Like the current YouTube for this stream.
Oh
yeah, where do you want it?
In our Facebook Messenger chat or StreamYard, either way, so I can open that up.
I got it.
I'll drop it in the private chat in StreamYard so it doesn't.
All right. And I gotta mute it when I hit it, right?
Yes, mute the YouTube channel when it opens. Yeah. Oh yeah, Robert dropped it too. So.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so Craig Smith had said Walmart no longer has the exclusive rights to sell these. The beginning of the year, it was opened up to all the companies they'll want to sell Mega Construx. So more options should be available. We may see exclusives that only Target may sell as well, or other companies. It's exciting to see this line expand.
Oops, sorry.
That must be the okay. And then Brian said, which exclusive rights did Walmart have? And Craig said
So-
primarily the MotU line.
Yeah, we're talking about the Origins, right?
Yeah. Walmart had the exclusive right to MotU Origins. And I'm hearing that is Origins the new one? Or is it Classic?
Yeah, that's the new 6-inch figures.
So I just watched a video yesterday that Origins is going to be hitting Target now.
Oh yeah, it's out. Yeah, Origins is the new version of the vintage figures.
Yes.
So the ones that on the exact same cards. Yeah, Target's got those. I got Roboto at a Target.
Yeah, what was good about that was Target came straight out with Wave 3. So all of a sudden, they were the best place to find all the new ones that were just coming out. And then, but now all the Walmarts or Targets around me, they're all just packing a bunch of He-Man and Skeletor figures.
Yeah, Walmart's pretty bogged down with those.
Yeah, my Walmart literally has 20 Skeletors.
Yeah, it's pretty out of control. I could post this. The nice thing about BrickSeek, again, BrickSeek, BrickLink. BrickSeek is the inventory tracker, which largely works best for crap. That is not the right thing. I posted a video. I think that's my Eternia Spikes video. I was trying to post the Target DPCI, but I was trying to say. Okay, now I confused myself. Well, let me put this Target DPCI in because I was going to talk about that. If you haven't ever searched a Target DPCI in a store or calling a store, that's pretty easy to do, and you don't need a website to do it. I literally just call a store. I usually select electronics because usually I can get through to somebody there. And and I literally say I got a DPCI. Can you tell me what's in stock? And personally, I prefer the just to have the number of what they got, because if they got 0, then too bad. But I just posted the DPCI in the YouTube chat there, as well as it's on the Facebook.
I think it's funny
one of the threads.
that Target still calls it the DPCI. That's what they called it when I was in my 20s and I worked there.
Yeah, I know. Was that 20 years ago? That's when I first started doing it.
And we used to have those little handheld scanners that we could just like punch that right into and know exactly where it was in the store or in the back.
Target is so much better than Walmart. Walmart just has they have no idea where something is. Like I said about the skulls a week or two ago, they're like, "Oh, we think they were stolen." I'm like, "No, they just they're on the truck, or maybe they're on the truck that comes tomorrow, or who knows." Did they do that thing? I mean, the big stores, they must have a thing where a semi tractor comes in and like leaves a trailer, right? And then they unload it and they come back and get it the next day, right?
Yeah, larger stores that have more than one bay door, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, because they couldn't just sit there and have a driver taking a nap, or I guess he could unload, but
no, for every trailer they bring in, there's another trailer of returns and overstock going out.
Yeah.
My mom used to work for the distribution center of Walmart up north from where I'm at, and one of her jobs was figuring out where all this freight disappeared to. And normally it was just people not keying things in right or putting things on the wrong truck, and they have to track stuff down. But big time job.
It's real crazy. So there's a Star Wars fan site called yakface.com, and that at least one of the guys who runs that is local here, and he has learned that you can track shipping containers going over the ocean. and the details about what's on them is rather public. And I'm not sure how he's. Yeah, I don't know how he's doing it, but he can see manifests of this batch of Star Wars figures is currently in transit, supposedly arriving sometime. He's figured it out. So, and that's more what he does because he runs a big fan site, and he's getting exclusive details because he figured it out. But,
it's a good looking site. I'm just checking it out right now.
yeah, it's pretty great, and he gets the jump on a lot of cool stuff.
Yakfaceforums.com.
Yeah, it's just yakface.com, and then when you click at it, it adds forums to it for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that does. But yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff. And there's ways too, like sometimes BrickSeek can help you get a UPC, and then sometimes you can put that UPC into Amazon, or especially Amazon Canada. Sometimes there's weird. Maybe I should go start searching Scuba Skeletor on Amazon Canada, seeing if I can find anything, because Canada gets stuff early sometimes, or at least the sites do.
Like, oh yeah, well, I mean that's where Mattel is. They'll distribute up there first.
Yeah, is it Mattel or Mega that's based out of Canada? I don't remember
Mega.
which is. I know,
Mega's,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mattel's maybe East Coast somewhere. No, it's California. I think it is because the store. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Are you sure it's not Rhode Island?
It might have been originally, but well, I don't know if it's a regional, like a regional headquarters in California, but the store they have there is
headquarters. Mattel is an American multinational toy manufacturing company founded in 1945 with headquarters in El Segundo, California.
Yeah, that's where the store is.
You can call 1-888-892-6123.
Yeah, I gotta wonder what they got in that store there.
So I'm looking at your Yak Face site, and it's really cool how they keep all the UPC and DPCI codes all up to date.
Yeah, it's really great for that point. He and I are kind of separated at birth and all that searching, although he's way better than I am, so I shouldn't claim to be that good, but yeah, it's really handy. It's the only way to go. That or pre-order everything. But you know what I need to do? I swear I took a Battle Ram UPC into Target as well as Walmart, which Walmart it doesn't show up, and I'm positive they won't carry the Battle Ram. But now I'm wondering if Target shows it at all, or what else they might carry. Like maybe bringing a.
So go ahead. I was just gonna say it hasn't shown up in any retail store.
No, well, there's I don't remember what it's called. It starts with a B. It's East Coast, like New Jersey. I want to say it's Bonjours, but it's not that. It sounds more Russian. Bongards or something. It's somewhere out east in a store. So what else do we got here? So what's that, Rob? What do you got about how many Skeletors do you have? Are you just asking us with that?
I was just curious.
Do you mean all together or just Mega or what?
Mega.
I don't know. It would be hard to count for me. I think I got 8 Wind Raider sets, and that's one of every one of those. And I got at least 2 of the 5-packs. I might have 3. So it's a lot. I might have 20 to 30. Well, I got 30 battle armor Skeletors because I got 30-point dreads. So
Wow.
You got 30-point dreads?
Because you needed the green blocks. Right?
what's that?
You needed the green
Oh,
block.
yeah. Well, I might. We'll see. I'll open them as I need them, and then we'll see. Maybe sell them off, give somebody a deal or something.
That's what I would do. I would sell off the Talon fighters and the figures.
Yeah.
Keep a few extra.
Well, yeah. Well, there's definitely Talon fighters available because I don't need. I mean, maybe I'll have two. I think there's an episode where there were at least 2 Talon fighters in the motor pool.
It's a time machine, which means you can have unlimited Talon fighters.
Oh, is it?
Yep. It's able to bend time and space.
Is that in the record?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
That's the whole reason why it was introduced is how can He-Man protect the palace and protect Castle Grayskull? He can only be at one place at a time. And so he needed a way in which he could easily get from one place to the other.
Wow.
And yeah, I won't ruin it for you. You got to listen to the record.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Is
There
that
was
part
a
of what
gentleman by the name of Rocky McKenzie on one of the groups that said, I watched the Toys That Made Us last night. One of the reasons stated for MotU eventually not selling well was that they didn't make enough He-Man and Skeletor for new kids buyers to start their collections. Maybe Mega is attempting to not make the same mistake.
That is not true. The craziest thing, I think it's He-Man.org has a lot of good resources. And if you go and you look at everything was released, they always, I mean, there was I think Battle Cat, can't remember if you could get Battle Cat or Panthers separately, but then you could always get a gift pack that came with He-Man or Skeletor. And then there'd be a Road Ripper or a Road Ripper with He-Man, and on and on and on. I think there was a Stridor that came with a He-Man instead of a Fisto. So I don't know what that guy is trying to say. So I was going to ask, is the video game thing in Point Dread, is that part of time travel?
I don't recall, but I think there is something like that.
That thing's cool. I'm happy to have extra control panels and little.
Like a MotU slot machine.
It's something, man. Actually, I should find this thing looks remarkably similar to in Castle Grayskull. It's the episode with Evil Seed, which is a bad plant guy. Oddly enough, Mossman doesn't fight him, except for in the 2000X series. But so this little jukebox or video game or whatever this thing is, there's something just like it. And He-Man uses it to open a portal. And Skeletor is actually there because they need Skeletor's help to beat this Evil Seed guy too. So He-Man goes through the portal and Skeletor is like, see ya, chump, and he literally breaks the jukebox. But then, of course, the sorceress can just give him a portal back home too. But so somehow there's a portal jukebox inside of.
There's always a MacGuffin.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I'm going to bring up a share from. So when I asked you guys the question about the Skeletors, I'm thinking about setting up at least one like scene to get some photos of, based on the episode. I think it's called Here, There, Skeletors Everywhere. Have you ever seen that? Because I figured we have all these Skeletors, and let me bring up that episode and I'll show you if you're not familiar with it.
Yep, I am. That episode was one of my first thoughts with the new tiny micro Skeletor. So now there's 2 scales of Skeletor in here, plus any other bigger Skeletor.
I think where I have it queued actually has your attack track that you want.
Oh, yeah?
I can see where they are from here.
There he goes.
People who are also making mecha neck with really long neck like that right now.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Too long before we're out of this obstacle.
It may not be long before Eternia has a new king. Me.
Yeah, that's great.
Mega actually makes our figures.
Yeah, I know.
Quiet, Skeletoids, you wonderful creatures.
Yeah, he calls them skeletoids.
You know what you must do. Off to the palace of Randor.
But aren't they like little jerks and they don't want to listen to him?
I think that's how I remember it.
I mean, he does. They do some of what he says, but I think they rebel because why wouldn't they?
But
That thing's fast.
I guess all I'd have to do is get a hold of a regular size Skeletor,
Yeah.
or just adjust the distance in the photo so he looks low.
Oh. Yeah, now I'm remembering what I was trying. I was saying something earlier and I fell apart right in the middle of it. With BrickSeek, one of the things I do is I just keep codes for almost everything. And some of it is both a price tracker and an inventory tracker. So the internet had it, and Facebook had a few reports that some Walmarts were clearancing the Origins line at $4.
Wow.
It's rare, but I happened to find one store in my town. And I think they fixed it and then they raised the prices back up. But I went in and rated them and got a lot for me. And my friend said, I'll take 6 of anything they have. So
It's
grabbed
my
him a
belief that one's experience of Walmart degrades as you go from the East Coast to the West Coast, because we almost get nothing on clearance here. Like, and the stuff they put on clearance is like junk that people have returned.
Well, it's tricky though too. Like for example, the store I'm talking about is on the very edge of our metro area, and it's a smaller store. And I mean, there's literally a Tractor Supply store right behind this Walmart. So it's the edge of our metro area, and then there's farm country. So because it's it has a history of doing weird stuff. But anyway, I'm going to get the link for that because this is the kind of thing you can just keep and from time to time check and see if any of your stores are having a crazy clearance.
I bet the store my mom has near is like that. It has a Tractor Supply right next door.
Yeah.
I should be like, keep an eye on that one.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good plan, actually. 2 things. 1, the crazy stores that do crazy stuff, and the great stores that tend to have great stuff. Because Walmart is not consistent.
Nope.
I don't know what they're doing.
Honestly, the ones in the Sacramento area, which is the capital, here in California, the pegs are always empty. And I don't know if it's just there's just so many of us collectors.
Yeah.
There's very little freight that's available in these stores.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe too. Arkansas is the home of Walmart, so I don't know if you're too far away from Arkansas or what.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be distribution issues too. We usually do pretty well. Nate's closer to Arkansas than I am. I don't know how certain things have been easy to get up near me. But again, that stuff is being shipped in from China, so it's not
You're
like
going to have a double barrel anchor on that thing? Nice.
Looks like it.
That's the idea. We'll see. Maybe I'll finish it next time.
Kind of reminds me of a cloud car from Empire.
Yeah. I might I don't know, I might crack another set open and go back, make it a 4-seater. We'll have to see.
You guys have any tips on making those things, like if you want to display vehicles when they're flying, or
Mega has a few parts. They were easy to get in Destiny sets, which used to be cheap, but they're not cheap any longer. Which, by the way, if you run across Destiny, I don't know if that's in any store anywhere anymore, but that stuff's really shooting up.
Yeah, I've been thinking about selling mine.
Yeah, apparently that's a really weird thing. I think about Mega in particular because it's not, it's not the same as Lego. And it doesn't quite have the same following. I didn't even know about the Turtles line until it started clearancing, It just doesn't, some people don't always know about it. And there's people who play the Destiny game, which I do not. I just bought it all because it looked pretty cool and some of it was dirt cheap. So, and then, a year or two later, after it's all been canceled, people who play that game are catching on and prices are going up. That's a recurring trend with Mega stuff. Although I think Masters is going to change that. I think it's really dragging people in real time.
I mean, if you look at even the numbers in the communities on Facebook, the growth is huge. Like, some of these groups are getting well over 1,000 now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a Turtles group that I think they got up to 400 to 500 now, but that's a much older property. And still a pretty good achievement, but it says something that He-Man's way past that already.
Well, do you guys want to bring this conversation in for a landing?
Yes. Yeah, we're just creeping past an hour. So
I think we got most of our stuff covered.
So when we do this again, I won't be able to do it next. Well, we'll end this live stream and then we'll chat for a minute. So thank you for anybody that's watched. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
Later.